podcast here. Again, this mod that I'm working on at the moment is fairly extensive and it's taking me a long time because a lot of the parts are being 3D printed for it, and there's the design phase that's involved in doing that, which is painstaking, time consuming, and in amongst that I'm trying to fit in jobs for other clients like Liam Davis. I've had work for Bobo Lolo, Sean Berry. So doing a heap of work for other guys at the moment and trying to design my own bits and work on them in amongst having a family, working full time, etc, etc. So it's getting really drawn out. So what I thought I might do is break it up, do a couple of shorter videos just to show you some of the progress I'm making, some of the parts that I'm building, and we can see it all come together. What I'm working on, as some of you do know, is a Nerf AK-47 looking blaster. As part of that, I want to use a Rapid Strike as the main blaster so I get a nice decent FPS and decent rate of fire and have a full auto blaster. Now, the first parts that I designed and made for this build were these couple of 4-end barrel pieces. There's a front sight, which is very AK-47-esque, and there's the splitter, which is for the gas tube on top of the barrel. Then I went on to do a 3D print of a foregrip, which the original one was a 2-piece grip. Now I've done it as a single 1-piece setup, which you get a retaliator barrel and shorten it into a shortened extension, and it slips on over the top to give you this type of effect. So you've got your grip, foregrip slipped on over the top of the retaliator barrel extension. Now the gas tube fits on to the barrel like so, and there's a little piece of 16mm alley pipe will run from the back of that into the port that's bored on the front there, and then your sight slips on in front of that, and it gives you that sort of AK-47-esque front end. You can use your imagination and see where the rest of that's going. Once it's all painted up and everything, it should look pretty good. Now, as part of the look, I wanted to use one of these worker stocks and attach it to the back of the Rapid Strike. So this was the latest piece that I've designed and printed, which none of you guys would have seen it yet. And that's the stock fitting for the Rapid Strike. Now, I've designed it in such a way that it's an insertable piece. I printed this one in 2 halves purely because it's easier to print that way. And then you just basically glue it together. And essentially all it does is it literally just slots into the position at the, okay, let's start from scratch. Alright, when you're making a rapid pistol type setup, if you cut it off just behind that flat section of plastic in the back of your blaster, alright, and get it nice and smooth with that flat plastic edge, you can see where that is in relation to the rest of the blaster. Then this will literally just insert into there. It just slots in there, fits in perfectly. Put your other half of your shell on, and you've got your stock extension that just fits flat on there. A little bit of a sand up and whatever just to get your edges nice and neat, but it's like very minimal needs to be done. And then basically from there your stock will just attach. I'm just going to do a bit of magic of television, hang on. Voila! And your stock will attach to the back of your blaster. So pretty easy, straightforward. Now there's no screws in that blaster holding it together, so it's literally just being held together by my hands holding that handle together. Yet, as you can see, it's nice and firm, and it feels good against the shoulder. So that's going to be the stock part. You've got the barrel extension, so it's slowly coming together. Kind of lose that with that. Let me see if I can just get a bit of a mock-up type thing happening so you can see where we're coming from. So there you go, you can sort of see where we're going. And then with one of the worker 15-shot mags like this one here. There we go, now you can sort of see the direction we're heading. Alright, so that's where I'm at the moment. Internals wise, rewiring, changing the switches, the whole 9 yards, putting in some of the Falcon FK130 motors, going to run it off a 14.8 volt LiPo pack. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment, and I'll be back with part 2 of the instalment on my Nerf AK-47. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe and keep your eye out for part 2 of this mod. Cheers.